We are highlighting leaders who are making a difference in our community during this Hispanic Heritage Month.
For the Lajaras from North Philadelphia, leadership runs in the family with 2 assistant superintendents and a vice principal in their ranks. NBC 10's Miguel Martinez-Valle explains how education helped shape their legacy.
The Lajara legacy is one of leadership and learning, inspired in large part by their lived experience and Latino roots.
Because we have a really good recollection of where we come from, we're servant leaders at heart, and we just want to give back at all times.
Their journey towards service through education began with Dr. Renato Lajara moved to Philadelphia from the Dominican Republic. At just 7 years old, he was in a new city, learning a new language and having to teach his community about his culture.
It was hard for not only me, but my family. We were one of the first Dominican families in North Philadelphia.
His cousins, Maria and Ariel, faced a similar challenge when they moved from New York a few years later.
I didn't see a black or brown teacher till I was in 7th or 8th grade. So that representation matters, but also being born to a parent that doesn't speak English to this day.
Despite the language barriers and challenges, the Lajaras learned from their parents early on that education was their way up.
They helped us understand that education is the passport to success, and we really just combined our efforts, and through good fortune, we all ended up as educators.
Not just educators, but education leaders. Both Dr. Renato and Ariel serve as assistant superintendents for the school district of Philadelphia, overseeing more than a dozen schools each in the community they grew up in. And Maria, who started in school counseling, now works as a vice principal for the school district.
Having the families, the parents, the students feel like there's somebody that looks like me that's on this level and is able to get there. How did they get there? So it's about advocating, right?
Advocating for students and parents at schools like Stetson, where all 3 worked at some point, but also advocating for more black and brown leaders at the district level.
We're partnering with the school district to ensure that we create these platforms that allow our people to grow and thrive, and what we want to do is be the catalyst for lifting as we climb.
The school district's also actively recruiting more diverse educators and leaders, focusing efforts on HBCUs, hiring out of state, and running professional development programs for those who want to lead.
We are paying very close attention to our city demographics. Whereas African American students make up the majority population in the school district, we also know that our fastest growing population are Latinx students.
In fact, according to city census data, while the overall population in Philly decreased by 2% between 2018 and 2023, the Latino population increased by almost 2% during that same time.
Our children just can't be what they cannot see. So it's really important. Representation matters.
As the city continues to evolve, the school district wants to make sure students see themselves represented in the classroom. And the Lajaras, they want to continue leading these efforts.
We're advocating for our people, for our Latino community. We're instilling hope because we're brought up as just being part of survival of the fittest. We're just surviving.
Miguel Martinez-Valle, NBC 10 News.